Hello, how much should I charge my client? Hello, how much should I tell my client to pay me? I am going to answer all your money related questions today. This is one of the most frequent questions I have gotten in my DMs. How much should I charge as a virtual assistant? Oh, I don't have any experience. How much should I ask for? I am here to guide you on how to go about it without having any experience, or even if you're experienced, so you know whether you're being cheated or not. So because you're a new virtual assistant, you say, oh, I don't have the skills. Oh, maybe I'm going to charge 15,000 naira. Oh, maybe I'm just going to collect 10,000 naira per month. No, know your worth. With experience, without experience, as long as you know what you're doing, you can actually charge and collect what you're worth. It's not about the experience. A lot of people have just 2 months of experience and they earn more than people that have been in the business for like 4-5 years. Let's talk about the factors that can affect what you earn. First one is your experience level. Or because you don't have so much skills, you know that you want to learn on the job. You're going to factor that into what you want to collect. For example, the very first VA job I did was social media. I didn't have any experience in social media. I have a business myself that I run on social media, but it's different. Running your business and running somebody else's business online is a different thing. Do you get? And when I did my interview, it was a full-time job, and she said starting salary is 80,000 naira. One thing I know I did not do is I didn't even argue the price, because one, I don't have any experience. I'm coming into the VA scene for the very first time, and this is like going to be my very first job. So when she said 80k, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I took it because I want to learn on the job. I want to have that experience, because I know that if I am going to take another social media job, I will not even collect ×4 of that. If you're just starting out as a virtual assistant, honestly, I'm just going to tell you, don't go for the bare minimum, but just use those jobs to build your portfolio, build yourself, gain more experience. The more experience you gain, the more money you collect. The second one is your niche. Let me tell you something. You cannot just be an administrative virtual assistant, a general virtual assistant. You need to know how to do something, but in particular, you need to be very good at something. Everybody's a general VA. You go on LinkedIn, you see people's bio, general VA. Even my own bio says general VA. Now, all of us are general VAs, right? But we have different prices. You as an employer, who would you pick first? You pick the cheapest person, is it not? If I'm charging you $100 per hour, somebody is charging you 1 cent per hour, you're going to go and pick that 1 cent. Now, why should they pick you that you're charging really high? The value you're bringing. Okay, one niche. You're into tech, right? You want to become a tech VA. You know that, okay, tech is the oil money. You want to become a tech VA. Learn the skills in tech. If you're an health person and you want to be a VA, if an hospital is looking for a virtual assistant and you actually tell them that you are a health virtual assistant, they will pick you first. And you can charge more. The third one is the kind of business or the kind of industry that your client is in. Let me tell you something. There was one mistake I did. When I just started out, right? People came to me to ask me, oh, your virtual assistant rate. And I just had like a universal rate for everybody. Nigeria, Australia, Canada. I had like a universal rate. So I knew I was being cheated, right? Oh, I'm telling everybody that, oh, my rate is $200. Different countries, the same price range. It's not supposed to be. Somebody that has a small business and somebody that has a tech company, what you are going to charge both of them is different. Before you charge somebody, let them tell you about their company, tell you what they are offering. One thing I want to tell you is, if you are going into full-time virtual assistant, and of course you're a new virtual assistant, you don't have the experience, if they give you their rates, like, oh, your full-time employer tells you, I'm going to pay you 200,000 naira a month, even if that's what you want, or is a bit above your budget or a bit below your budget, see, don't leave it like that. Make sure you have an agreement, a signed contract that after 90 days, they are going to consider increasing your salary. It could even be less than 90 days. You write it down during your offer that, okay, as a full-time, this salary is subject to change after 90 days. I mean, it must change after 90 days. If you are a freelancer, one mistake you should not make is giving your price on your first meeting. No, don't give your price on the first meeting. You need to go back to the drawing board, because, okay, they've told you about their business, they've told you about themselves. The next thing for you to do is make your own research. The next thing you want to do is create a package. Go on Canva. You're a virtual assistant. You should know how to use Canva. Canva is the most friendliest interface that you can you can use as a virtual assistant. So you should know how to use it to create your documents, to create your every single document you want to create. Use Canva, design it, have a brand color for your portfolio, for your rate card, for every, have a brand color for your proposal, because you have to send proposal. If you're working as a freelancer, you need to send proposal to your clients, your potential clients. The next thing you need to do is create a very good service pack. This service pack will contain your proposal, the list of things you want to do for that particular client. Like I said, you cannot have a universal service pack for everybody. You need to tailor it according to the discussion you've had. Like I said, you cannot give your price on the first meeting. You need to go back to the drawing board before you give your price. Next thing you need to do is charge with confidence. You need to have the confidence. If you say your salary is going to be 800k, you are going to stand on that business. Oh, some people will tell you, oh, I have 100k to give you, collect it now. After 1 month, I can consider your salary. No grill. Except you can say, okay, I will collect the 100k because I want to learn. Say you already have the experience, you already have the skills, and somebody is telling you, oh, you know that there are a lot of virtual assistants outside, and if you don't collect this 100k, I can go and give somebody else. I beg in the name of God, let them go and give them. If you have the experience, you need to be confident in yourself. They will come back, and if they don't come back, your own clients will find you. So now I know that you still come and meet me in my DM and say I should give you specific amounts that you can collect as a beginner. Let me tell you something. Beginner virtual assistant, let's say social media, your salary range should be between 80k and 250,000 naira. A social media, for not social media management though. I'm not talking about management. When I say social media, I mean you're the one responding to customers, you're talking to delivery team. Yes, in a month, between 80k and 250k. Administrative virtual assistant, it can go up from there. It can go from 250 to like 500, depending on the brands you're working with. Another thing you need to consider, a lot of Nigerians in their abroad looking for cheap labor. Oh, because you're my brother man, you're in Nigeria, let me help you. Okay, they will now pay you like 50k for a job that they will pay somebody else like $2,000 or $1,000. A lot of people are looking for cheap labor. Do you get? So they will try and undermine you. They will try and tell you, if your charge is too high, I'll go and find somebody else. They will tell you that. They will try to like bring you down so that if they offer you 50k, you're going to collect. There was this particular job I did one time, and I asked one of my teammates that we were just talking that day, and I just asked her, how much is your salary? And she said 100k. And she was like, how much are they paying you? I could not even say how much they are paying me, because I was like, the amount they pay me is really far from what they pay you. The question I asked her next is, don't you buy fuel? Like, how much do you recharge your phone? And I know that whenever we are on team meetings, you barely have light. Like, you're always in front of a window. Oh, my laptop is about to die. And why would your laptop be about to die if you are collecting 100k per month and you're always on a Zoom meeting for like 8 hours a day? You need to consider these factors. If you enjoyed this video, I know you must have enjoyed it because you got to this point. Ask me your questions below. You don't forget, tell me below what subscriber you are. We are currently very close to, I think we're about 10 more to get to 700. Thank you so much for following me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.